Since 1946, Andy Hack has spent his days helping build Cranberry Township. From laying the literal groundwork for the roads in and around the township, to building the Cranberry Township Volunteer Fire Company from the ground up, Hack's impact on Cranberry is undeniable. Most recently, he helped the township acquire the Powell Farm according to the wishes of his longtime friend, Denton Powell. Andy sat down with the township's communications department, along with Supervisor Bruce Heslop, to reflect on his time in the township, his life, and offer a few words of wisdom.
She was 15 and I was 16. And the first date, I went over to her farm to pick her up. Her mother said she's down the barn milking. She's milking away and she gives me a squirt when I walks in the door. Her mother says, now she got a load of hay to get in before she can go. So last load of hay I helped her make was right where my house is sitting, in the church. Pitched it on by hand, took it down, and I could go. And it was getting pretty dark and we were going to a drive-in theater. And she had to be home at 11, so she had to work fast. We've been real lucky. You get a good partner, there's nothing to it, you know. We've never been separated or anything, not even for a day. I don't know, I would never trade her for anything. You know, all the years I worked, I never signed a paycheck. Never signed a bring it home, give it to her. She paid all the bills. She was a good one, I'll tell you. You could trust her. Sometimes I don't know how she done it. She'd still save a little bit of money, you know. It was tough. Boy, you know where you're gonna have next door where it's coming from. You know, things were bad. It was rough for me anyway, it was. I mean, I had years where I hardly worked. I always worked about 3 jobs. I worked in the service stations in the evenings and helped lay block and concrete and, you know, stuff like that. Well, if I didn't have any extra jobs, I'd have never made it. One year I made $2,900 and I still got the W-2 at home showing you. I worked for the township. That was my first job after I got out of high school. I drilled the holes to blow the stumps out in Powell Road. A hand auger. You get that son of a gun caught in a root, and boy, you couldn't get her in, you couldn't get it out. And one day I'll never forget, he set that one off. We always got under the dump truck. We had one dump truck. We all got under the dump truck when they set the charge off, you know, blow the stump out. Yeah, everything come down. It was clear. Me and I stepped out and boom, big hunk. I don't know how high that thing was. And if I had to do it over again, I'd do the same thing because I love my work. I really love to move dirt. And I run crane too, also drove piling and all that stuff. I didn't know anything but work. We had no ball games or no ball teams or anything here. There was nothing here. Well, all you did when you come out here was work. You know, I lied one time. I did. Honest to God, and I tell you, I couldn't sleep all night, and I had to go the next day and tell them the truth. On unemployment, I was on unemployment, and first day of deer season, when I had to sign up in Butler. Well, I made up of course I'm up the mountains hunting, and I had to make up a story, you know. And I said, well, I was up looking for work, and she's writing all this down, you know, not saying a word. Okay. Next morning, I was waiting in the unemployment office to open. Honest to God, I was. You asked my wife. I couldn't wait till they opened because I went in there. I told the girl, I said, listen, I want to tell you I lied yesterday and I want to confess. And she goes, see that lady back there in the corner? I went back and she just about laughed at me. She says, Andrew, she said, we have people come in here every day tell us a bunch of stories. She gave it to me for being honest. I used to come over here and work on the farm and help Denny and Mr. Powell. That was his dad, Mr. Powell. Denny left the farm. Okay. I was here all the time. Mr. Powell and I, oh, he was a great guy. Great guy. He helped me and I helped him. Yeah, Mr. Powell showed me how to plow. with one horse and one plow. Then he got a brand new Farmall BN tractor. And one plow, brand new tractor. He said, come on, get on that. You're going to learn how to plow. That's the way Mr. Powell was. So he'd show you. My uncle had it on a farm over here. He'd come home from coming down 19. He got paralyzed. They had 34, 36 milking cows over there. And the only one that could do it was him. So I took care of the farm over there. I'd get up 4 o'clock in the morning, go over and milk, and I was working down B&W in Beaver Falls. And I'd drive down there and work 8 hours, come home, milk the cows every day. I had to quit welding school because I had a couple nights to go yet. Mr. Powell heard me say that. He said, you will not quit. I'll come over there and do that milking for you. He says, you go to school. He says, I'll take care of them cows. And he did. He helped me. I was over here with him. Oh, he was a great guy. Great guy. He was a worker, and he done all this and got it in shape. But he didn't like developers. He didn't like developments. He loved farming. He'll be happy if it's a farm. He said, now, it don't have to be a dairy farm. It can be a tree farm. You can make it any kind of farm, you know. But he didn't want it developed. That's what he didn't want. I think it'll really be great, and I just can't wait to see it. And I'm going to help all I can. I know I can't do that much, but I'm going to try. I just hope I live long enough to see a little bit of it develop, you know, and get going. And I'm really happy. I have no doubts about anything.